Hey guys, you find me on a bit of a blustery morning here on top of a hill, which I found a great place to shoot the DS3 Crossback. This brand new car ranges from 21,000 to 34,000 pounds. This is the Prestige PureTech 155. It's 29,500, comes with a 1.2 litre 3-cylinder turbocharged engine. Lots of great 3-cylinder engines around. 155 brake horsepower. This produces 177 pounds-foot of torque, or 240 newton meters of torque from just 1750 RPM, which is quite remarkable considering it only weighs about 1,200 kilograms, so you feel that power. Very well equipped, of course, as you can imagine. It's got all the safety kit, lane keep assist, parking sensors are there, but no reversing camera, no heated seats, which on a morning like this I could have done with. But it does have an odor filter. An odor filter keeps the smells out, and the climate control, so that's quite handy. Of course, it's got all the usual kit. This one is in Nero black. Inside is Bastille leather and DS inspiration Bastille leather. Also 18-inch Monza Onyx diamond cut alloys with DAB radio and a 10-inch screen. It's got lots of gizmos. We'll get into that when we get in the car. We also look at the practicality of it. But the main thing about the car is its style, or its panache. You know, if you look at the themes on this car, it's got this whole diamond cut shape theme that's going on. There's these angular lines, even in the side profile. You can see that. See the door handles, they pop out. The diamond cut theme follows into the front, into the headlights, into the grille, into the actual grille itself. Also, of course, in the logo, but inside in the dashboard, it's quite amazing. It's like no other car. It's got a very distinctive look, style, and features amongst it. You know, it's a bit of a talking point of a car because of the style and the way that they've done the interior. It's very, very cool. Let's get into that, but let's start by looking at the practicality, of course, with the boot. Check out this rear end, isn't it fantastic? You've got these kind of air vent outlets, which aren't really, but they look kind of cool. And these exhausts, massive, just like something off a supercar, aren't they? Really, really round, really big, real presence about them. Nice lines back here, cross back here. Can't really find a button on how to open this. I don't know if there is one, but I know there is a button on the key fob. So there you go, open it up like that. And it's got decent sized boot, that wide, that deep. Under here there's a space saver, a spare wheel, not a lot of storage space, but a little bit. There's a little bit of a lip to get stuff over, but it's not too bad. And of course 60/40 split folding rear seats. Let's see what those rear seats are like. The boot is quite usable. Okay. Okay. Well, it's good to be out of that cold weather, but it is a little cramped, as you can see. For me, I'm 6'2", I've got long legs, and this driving seat position is set for me. So fortunately, there's quite a bit of give in this back seat, so that goes in quite a bit. It's quite squashy, so therefore I can manage it. It's not comfortable, but I can manage it. So for short journeys, it wouldn't be a problem. Just about enough room for my feet as well down there. Elbow room, not a problem. Headroom, not a problem. This comes up quite high. Again, it's quite cool with this diamond motif. That's for tweeters. You get your own tweeters back here. That's quite cool, isn't it? So that continues, and you'll see more of that shape in the front when we get there. But if you are claustrophobic, or if your passengers are, that might be an issue. Make sure you put them in the car and take them for a test drive before you decide to go for it. The diamond motif continues on the Bastille leather seats, and you get Isofix Chelsea anchor points there. You get a little pocket there, but there's no vents or USBs. There are actually 2 USB plugs at the front. In fact, it's time to get into the front, have a look at that, and then take it for a drive. Okay, here we are. Wow, just check this out. See what I was saying? So let's start this up. Starter button is down here. It's a glowing diamond, of course. What else would you expect it to be? Press that, and look what happens. Everything lights up. All this comes on. Oh, and the stereo comes on. There's remotes here. I can turn it off from there. And you have, of course, a little knurled knob here from where you can actually change the display of the instrument panel, how you want it. So it actually changes the configuration. So you can have the car. You can choose to have the dials. There you go. Or you can choose to have a personal setting. Or sat nav. So there's all kinds of different things that you can do. Over here you've got this, all of this is controlled by here, so you press that and you get into all the different modes. You've got your music, climate control, and you've got sat nav, which should come up from there. So it takes a bit of getting used to this. So this is all the controls are from here. There's more buttons down here to set the volume and the stereo and stuff like that. Turn the AC off. And down here you've got, that's the 8-speed transmission, interesting shape that it's got. And also again, that whole diamond motif is carried through into these toggle switches down there, the window switches here. And whilst I'm doing that, I also want to show you this. Look how cool that looks. That is incredible. It's so nicely sculpted and it just fits perfectly into that. And even the instrument panel, look at that. It's got these triangular things sort of pointing it, sort of, you know, it was scooping the eyes in towards it, like, you know, like a cone effect going on. The steering wheel, of course, very nice. Got flat bottoms, bit sporty. Big old screen down there. 2 cup holders. Deep cubby box and another USB hidden just there. Look at that, there it is, next to the power supply. So unusual positioning. So that takes a bit of getting used to when you get into this car. You know, it's not like your other cars, so you just need to relearn, rethink a little bit, and to get used to the way that it does things. But once you do that, it's fascinating. It's got pedal shift as well, which is quite cool. So let's take it for a little run and see what it's actually like on the go. Like I said, it's a 1 liter, 3-cylinder engine. But it produces a pretty generous 155 horsepower and 177 pounds-foot of torque. And you know, in a car that weighs 1,200 kilograms, it's not bad actually, is it? So e-brake, when you press the accelerator, that comes off, or you can operate it from there. It's got driving modes as well. So you've got eco, normal, and sport. So I'm going to go into sport. Let's do that. And let's go this way. We're on a nice road here, so whoa! Obviously the wheels are a little bit muddy, so there's a little bit of torque steer and wheel spin just off the line there. But generally I haven't experienced that, literally, because I'm just standing in a muddy area over there. But on the go, the performance, I mean really, 3-cylinder, apart from the fact that you can hear the motor, and the motor sounds really nice, like 3-cylinders often do. But aside from that, it actually turns in really, really nicely. But the performance is plentiful. And in fact, it feels pretty lusty, pretty torquey. I can't believe that I'm saying that about a 3-cylinder, but look, I mean, you know, just a little prod on the accelerator and off it goes. The ride is fantastic. The ride is something that they're really focused on in this car. Good poise as well, good balance on the car, not too much lateral movement, and the ride not too floaty, not too harsh, but not too soft either. Very, very nicely done. I really, really like the way they've set up this car. Seems to be a lot of thought has gone into it. Not necessarily a sporty car. You know, it's a CUV, as they say. That's a crossover utility vehicle, and I think that's where it scores best. But it's still worth taking it for a little bit of a drive because, like I said, I mean, it does want to go. I've driven it here on the motorway and it's been absolutely fine. It's got cruise control on this car. It's got active cruise control. Although, I'm not quite sure how the active bit works, but certainly it's got cruise control and it works fine. I don't know, Citroen, Peugeot, they all do this thing of hiding the pod behind the steering, and you never check it out until you go for a drive, and then you're trying to figure out how it all works, so you're just sort of feeling your way. But aside from that, again, nice series of bends coming up, so let's just see how that feels. There isn't much feel from the steering, but the steering is nicely weighted and reasonably responsive. It's not a car that is prone to excessive understeer or anything like that. Brakes are pretty good, very reassuring, quite linear, uphill on a left-hander, plenty of power, no problem at all, holds the road very well, very grippy, very stable. So honestly, it's a car that it can do this stuff. It's got no issues whatsoever. Very nice car indeed. Do I recommend it? Absolutely, go check it out. It's great value for money in terms of the equipment that you get and in terms of the reasonable practicality for, say, a small family. But I think the main thing about this car, the main appeal of this car, is just the style. You know, it's a piece of art, especially inside. And I think that's what you're getting with this car. Like I said before, it's a talking point of a car. Your passengers will always get in the car and they will go, oh, look at this. That's different. That will always be the reaction with this car. And for that alone, it is worth it. It's really nicely finished, soft touch, really nice trim level and quality of fit and finish in here. There you go. That's what you need to get this car for, because it is really stylish. Anyway, that's our review of the DS3 Crossback. I hope you enjoyed the review. Let me know what you think of the car, the review, me, anything else you like. And I hope to see you again on the next one. Take care. Thanks a lot for watching. Santa Maria. Oh, that was nice.